So it's been kind of a quiet year for video games, but things are quickly heating up. We've gotten a lot of fun stuff the past few days. Of course, we talked about Pokemon Scarlet and Violet with Lechonk, who I just find to be a fascinating character, very funny name. We had the PlayStation State of Play presentation happen yesterday, which I absolutely loved. I thought it was fan-friggin-tastic. Make sure you guys watch my videos on all of that stuff. I have uploaded them over the past few days, but we also have to take a look at a company that usually disappoints. Usually there's some scrutiny involved with it. Usually it's a company that's like so close, but yet so far. And that, of course, is good old Sega. Now, I made a long video talking about how we fix Sega, and one of the things I focused on in that video was, of course, Sonic with Sonic Frontiers. We got a new trailer for Sonic Frontiers the other day, and it looks okay. Like, I think there's a lot of potential, but the world itself did look a little bit boring. It didn't look like there was a whole lot of stuff going on. They obviously needed to show a little bit more, but Sega's been teasing something, teasing a big announcement. When it comes to big announcements in Sega, it's kind of like, okay, you're not really doing a big announcement. It'll be something ridiculous that nobody cares about. Maybe an NFT, maybe some Sega cryptocurrency, Sonic coin, if you will. But what they actually announced is absolutely ridiculous. It's absolutely crazy, and it's so out of pocket. It's so out of left field that I think I enjoy this announcement, and that is the fact that they're doing yet another console, a mini console. Now, of course, we had the Sega Genesis Mini that came stateside. It was a great system. Honestly, it was a fantastic freaking system. Shout out to Sega for releasing that. A lot of great Genesis games on there, hidden features, quality emulation. We, of course, talked all about the games that were announced for it because Sega actually linked up with me and was like, hey, we want you to announce some games. And I was like, okay. Thanks, Sega. That's pretty freaking cool. But now, they've announced yet another mini console, and it's not a Dreamcast Mini. No, no, no. You might have a dream of a Dreamcast Mini, but that's not happening. Because what they're doing is a Sega Genesis, or Mega Drive, Mini 2. A sequel to the Sega Genesis Mini. Now, as of right now, this is only confirmed for Japan. So, will this come stateside? We don't really know. There is the whole thing, of course, they did the whole Game Gear Mini, which I thought was just an absolute piece of trash. There was like 4 games on them. You're supposed to collect them all. I don't know. That was a huge misstep in my opinion. It never officially released stateside either. It was just kind of a very wonky thing. But this thing, the Genesis Mini 2, which is what we're going to call it because I live in the United States where it's the Sega Genesis, not the Mega Drive. But this actually has a unique feature. It's not just Genesis games that are going to be on this system. So they revealed some games. There was a very long presentation, and when I say long, it was like an hour and a half long, like just way too long for this, on the Sega channel where they talked about this. They showcased some of the stuff, but basically what's cool about this is it's not just Sega Genesis games, but it's also Sega CD games. Now, the Sega CD library is very hit or miss, but the games that really hit on it are excellent games, and most of the really good games on the system are very expensive. I have a few of them. I think it's a really great system. I think it's a very fun system. I play it with my Sega CDX because that's cool. It's an all-in-one sort of little system. But this is going to have 50 preloaded games on it from the Sega Genesis and the Sega CD library. Now, we actually got an inclination on what some of the games are going to be. We have 11 titles that were confirmed for the system, and they are as follows. We have Bonanza Brothers, Fantasy Zone, Magical Turutu-kun, I'm saying that wrong, Mansion of Hidden Souls, Pop Full Mail, Shining Force CD, Shining in the Darkness, Sylpheed, Sonic CD, Thunder Force 4, and Virtual Racing. Now, if you're a Sega fan, those are actually very interesting titles. Obviously, Virtual Racing wasn't a traditional Sega Genesis game or Mega Drive game. I'm just going to keep saying Sega Genesis. If you don't like it, that's fine. But that game, of course, had the Sega Virtual Processor chip, the SVP, which allowed the Sega Genesis to have a bit of extra graphical oomph to be able to utilize and play this game properly with the polygons. It was built into the cartridge itself. It's a game that a lot of emulation systems don't run well. You actually have to have actual hardware, so I think that's very cool. 2 games that definitely stand out to me, besides like Sonic CD, which is awesome, on the Sega CD side of things are Mansion of the Hidden Souls and Shining Force CD. Now, Shining Force CD is an extremely expensive game, ridiculously expensive. I've actually never played it because of the price point of the game. I guess I could just burn a copy and play it on my CDX because I'm not above doing that. But that's a game that I really want to get my hands on. And Mansion of the Hidden Souls is kind of a bit of a precursor to the Resident Evil games. You know, games like Mansion of the Hidden Souls, the original Alone in the Dark games, these were kind of the first horror games. They didn't get that national recognition that games like Resident Evil, of course, ended up getting, but they're still very cool games, and a lot of historical content is within these games. And once again, I've never played Mansion of the Hidden Souls, so it's something that, you know, I would like to check out. Sylph is a really fun, you know, shoot 'em up game. I actually own that, or at least I did own it. I don't know, I might have sold it, but this is very cool. Now, they're going to be announcing more games on June 24th for the system. Like I said, we've got 39 more games to go, and of course, there's the main question, the big question: will this come stateside? Now, as of right now, pre-orders are up on Amazon. You can get them from Amazon Japan, and they do ship to the United States. But obviously, there's the whole thing about languages. You know, languages are kind of important. I don't speak, you know, Japanese. A lot of people don't speak Japanese, and a lot of these games do have a lot of text. A game like Sonic CD, Virtual Racing, you're fine. You don't need to know what's going on in those games. You don't need to know the text. But a game like Mansion of the Hidden Souls or Shining Force obviously relies a lot more on the text side of things. So will there be an English version of these games? Do I think that this could be localized stateside and brought over as the Genesis Mini 2 instead of the, you know, Mega Drive Mini 2? I'm not holding my breath on it. Now, let me tell you guys why. Because I feel like Sega themselves would have announced this also with Sega of America, where they would have been like, hey, you know, this is coming out in Sega Japan, but you're also getting one here. You know, there's been zero information about that as far as it getting a localized console to look like, you know, a Genesis 2. Obviously, the system looks like a Mega Drive 2, which has a variant of the Mega Drive 1, which was the big long system. The Sega Genesis or Mega Drive 2 was a smaller, more compact system. I had a Genesis 2 growing up. I didn't get a Genesis 1 until much later. So I feel like Sega would have done like a worldwide thing on this. They would have said, you know, hey, it's coming everywhere. It's coming stateside. So I'm not holding my breath on it, but it's all very interesting to me. This looks to be coming out on October 27th. So, you know, that's pretty cool. It's not, you know, super far away or anything like that. And we have the price point of about $75 US for the conversion rate of the system. The Sega CD actually like pops up and opens up, and like you have like a fake disc in there. Like, I think this is really cool. I think it's a bit more niche than the original Sega Genesis Mini was, because that was obviously a very popular system. It sold very well. People really loved that system. But I do feel like this is a bit more of a niche product, because just look at the marketplace. You know, the whole mini craze has definitely slowed down. Every company pretty much shot their shot with it. You got the PlayStation Classic, you got the NES, the SNES Classic, you even got the TurboGrafx 16, and Sega, of course, did their own. So I do feel like it's a bit of overkill with this. And really, the main thing I take away from this is, like, it's great, don't get me wrong, but we once again have this problem with Sega where they only act like they have two systems that ever existed, and then one of those systems is extremely shunned, and that's, of course, the Dreamcast. Like, you have the Saturn. Like, people love the Saturn, but the Dreamcast was, you know, a popular system. It has a cult following. You couldn't do a Dreamcast Mini? A Dreamcast Mini? Like, come on. It's not that much money. These games are not very large. You put a little micro SD card in there that costs you a few pennies, and you could put the whole freaking library on that thing. But of course, you have licensing issues and stuff. I don't know why Sega went with this, but will I be getting this? Yes, I want this. I want to import this. I do hope that there is a version coming here. Like, that's what I really want. Something that looks like a Sega Genesis 2 that has all these games on it with English language right out of the box, so I don't have to worry about that. But, you know, I don't get what I want. Sega likes to, they make you feel good, they tease you a little bit, they get your jimmies rustled, you get that a little bit, you know, like, oh shit, and then you're about to get fully, you know, and then they're just like, nope, we're just teasing. We got to go home. You know, we got things to do in the morning. We can't finish you off. So I'm keeping my eye on it. I am excited for it. I am interested to see what other games are going to be added to this, especially on the Sega CD side of things, because I think that's the most interesting. But it might have Snatcher. And I swear to God, if it has Snatcher and it doesn't have English translation on it, the English version on it, that's just going to piss me off so much. Let me know what you think of this in the comments section down below. Is this a smart move by Sega to be releasing a new mini console in 2022? How do you see this working out for them? Do you hope for a stateside version of this, or do you not care? Have you watched this entire video on a Genesis Mini 2 and then you realize, hey, I don't care about Sega? And then it's like, cool, thanks for watching the video all the way through. And as always, guys, thank you for watching this video all the way through, regardless of whether you like Sega or not. First time on the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and share. Hit the bell notification or go to hell. And as always, I'll catch you guys on the next video. Later.